working foot in bicep guard or spider guard today, and just going to have a look at the basic concepts of it. So we'll go to the entrance first of all, or one of the entrances, and then we're going to go to a couple of keeping the spider guard, hard to move. Then we're going to go to the sweeps and attacks. Just grab Mel, please. This is pretty easy. So we start off with a full guard, and I don't know the name of this, but I call it a false guard. So generally what happens is if I have my legs locked behind my partner, if my partner's bigger than me, they've still got the ability to put their weight on me, compress, etc., etc. So I'm going to play what I call a false guard. I get the control of the sleeve, so thumbs, 4 fingers, thumbs goes out. Now, I'm dealing with their weight and I'm mitigating the ability for them to come forward and put their weight on me. So how do I do that? I push my feet down, put my knees in, and drive my feet in. So I've got like a knee squeeze, and it's actually quite an awkward, for me, and it's really hard for them to deal with. So that's the most common response. So we're going to start to go. So as soon as they tip to the side, we're going to go foot to the bicep. The rules, number 1 is this: keep this attached. Don't make it open because they can swing under and over. Keep it tight. Rule number 2: it's a push and pull, right? So it's a kick and then pull in to sweep. Right, and I keep the control. So if Mel does try to come back up, open up, and she can come into triangle, whatever. I want to keep this here for now because I want to take the sweep point. So we're going to keep this nice and tight from here. Let's just have a quick look at that again. False guard, right? So I use this if I'm playing against someone that's a lot bigger and stronger than me, and just helps me to control. So I can't do it unless I have the sleeve control. 1, 2. Okay, hip escape, knees come in and pull. We'll wait for them to kind of move, and as they try to move, foot goes into the bicep, kick on the joint and here. They're going to counterbalance because they don't want to get swept. So number 1 is I extend, I pull my knee in. Once there's knees in, I've got this ability to catapult. I do like to throw my leg over, look to coming up the top. So I should end up like in a mounted triangle position from here. One more time. Did you want to say that? Okay, so it's a very different guard, and it's quite an aggressive guard as far as keeping the person behind. It's quite hard for them to deal with it. The 2 responses, they try and move to the side or they try and stand up. So we'll go move to the side, secondly stand up. So giddy up grip, 1, 2, knees go in, pull. When we're ready, hip escape, foot goes in the bicep here. Kick long, pull my knee in, sweep, foot goes over, and should be able to come to the top position. So in a really nice like mounted triangle position, and obviously the wrist lock is the sub of the day, please people. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the option is that the second option is that your partner stands, and whether this is from the false guard or whether it's from the normal guard, we're going to do the partner standing. So I've got the grips, my partner stands up, so they get the grip. Okay, so number 1 is I want to control the hip first to get the distance. All right, I want to control the hip first to get the distance. So hip, foot goes in. All right. And what I'm doing, we're going to work at exactly the same, that's stuff. So I'm on the joint, and this sounds weird, my heel is higher than my toes. If my toes are higher than my heel, they've got the ability to control it, yeah? So my heel is higher than my toes, and I've got a really nice grip. Now, the concept on this one is it's quite hard to sweep my partner from here because I have 0 control of their legs. I can step, squat, move backwards, move forwards, etc. So I want to mitigate it by controlling here. Now, this is the hardest part, is this. I'm going to start to push backwards so I get a reaction. I point my toes. Now, I hook the head and I raise my hips. So I'm bringing my hips up nice and high, and this is on pretty much before I lock it up. So we can just start in standing position. So our number 1 is control hips. So kick, foot comes in, and we just kind of keep them in the zone for a little bit. So don't shoot your triangle straight away. Now what I'm doing is this: I'm going to go pull, shoot my foot over. And this is the hardest part. If I hook the back, there's no tension on the head and there's no connection between my legs. So I try and make my heel touch as close as I can to my knee. The second part that I see a bit is they try and open up to do the triangle, but during this time here, my partner can drive forward, backwards, exactly right. So what I'm doing is while my foot's on hip is I raise. And this is pretty much arm bars straight up, so. from it, and the choke's on straight. So what I'm doing is I kick my leg and I drive my heel to the ground. So I'm not grabbing the head, I'm not tensioning it up at the moment. I'm simply getting to the position to sink the triangle up. So start against the standing position. I have what we call giddy up grip. Okay, so giddy up grip, kick the hips. Okay, so kick, knee to the chest, come through, play the game a little bit, point, raise my hips, and I have the arm bars. The arm bar's pretty deep. Lock it up while I'm up high and squeeze. Right, so you do need to have a slightly decent core to be able to hold that position, but you guys are all amazing, so I have 100% faith in all of you. Okay, change partners, 1, 2, 3. Tight, eh? Can I grab you, please, crew? So, I'm going to try and explain this. So, 1, 2, partner stands up. Okay, foot on the hip, kick it. Yes, you can. From here, play the game a little bit. Shoot. Okay. So, if you think about this, it's this leg here that allows me to lift. So I'm not kicking off the hip. It's this leg here. But what I'm doing is, as I lift, I fold that over to cinch it. So I'm slightly on my side. You okay? Yeah. So I'm using that. So what I'm doing is I'm using that like a hamstring curl, and I'm doing a knee pinch to cinch in. And the beautiful thing about it is, for me, the more that my head's on the ground, the more I can get a really nice drive. The more I'm curved, the more that my head's up. This is really hard because there are weights on me. So what I see people do is they kind of go, I'll get this. I can't lift my hips now because I'm putting this weight on. Yeah. So, and this is a huge mistake. Sorry, it's something I see people do. They go, oh God, and then they're trying to get this, and the partner's driving forward like, oh man, missed that. Where if I kind of go leg on head, sorry, if I got leg on the head, poke him in the eye, sorry. It's one of the best. Okay, is use this. So hamstring curl, knee pinch. Hamstring curl, knee pinch. Hamstring curl, knee pinch. Okay. Now, my partner starts driving forward, head on the ground, and I've got that really nice strength through my core and my spine to keep them at bay. So the more that your head's on the ground, the stronger you are. The more that my head's up, the more that I'm curled, and the easier it is for them to bring my hips forward. The more that I'm here, the harder it is to bring them forward. So just concentrate on keeping your spine long and your head on the ground, and you're going to find this is a lot easier to the hamstring curl to lift them up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just stand up, it's okay, buddy. Okay. So, giddy up grip, foot in, bicep control for me, so I'm managing the distance, right? Okay, pull the arm in first so that I've got like a platform. I don't want his head high because we don't have a platform so I pull this in, shoot my hips, right? Now, think about it this way, is I'm on the back of my head, shoot the hip nice and high, and I'm here. The trouble is there's this gap between, so if I slowly turn my knees in, so I don't want to be here and trying to squeeze here because that doesn't really do anything. You're right there?
Yeah.
Your nose okay?
I'm good.
Okay, so I'm going to turn that knee in to get the choke. And like, I haven't even I haven't got the triangle properly, but cross, knee comes in, which makes it easier to go to the arm bar as well. So instead of here, just rotate that in and then slow squeeze. Okay, and that'll be the final part, yeah. On the triangle, just that little, so instead of me trying, sometimes it's really hard to turn my body to get, because I'm hanging upside down, you know? So, but if I just rotate that knee, rotate that knee in, it does the same kind of squeeze mechanic, and you find that this will just cinch the choke up really well. Grab a drink, change partners, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, just grab Mel. This is an alternate, and if I'm rolling someone that's a little bit stronger than me, and or you know, blind my fingers out, my forearms out, I have an alternate grip that I like to use, and it puts the favour into me a fraction. We will have a look at the bicep slicer. It's illegal, but we will have a look at the bicep slicer as well. Okay, so 1, 2, partner stands up. I'm like, man. Okay, so I got the control. This time, my foot comes up on a lasso. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the hand's through nice and deep. Right. So it's exactly the same. So instead of coming to here, I've got the grip, and I'm pretty much, the way I teach kids, kick their coach in the face, lasso, grab hold 1, grab hold 2, and pull in to get your slicer. But this is illegal apart from brown belt and black belt in AF and AF BJJ. It's very different. It actually snaps the bone. So it's not like an arm bar, it actually just snaps the bone. So I want you guys to tap super early on this and don't do it hard. So the way that it was done, or the way that it was supposed to be done, was like we'd play from here, we're playing the game, so I've got the distance, and I'd go like that. My partner would go, wow, what an absolute idiot, I'll pass the guard. And as I pass the guard, I lock it up from here. And the more that they squeeze my head and pass the guard, the more that it is. The beautiful thing about it for me is that, like, I'm not going to squeeze, the more that I rotate my legs away, the more that this comes on without me even holding it. Now, it doesn't look like much at all, but my shin straight through the bone, whatever that bone is. Bicep insertion bone. Are you sure that's a bone?
It's a nice little short tendon.
Oh, let's see if I can break it. Okay, so come under, not this way, so that Mel can't pull the arm out. Right, so I've got, and then cup, and then slowly, I'm not squeezing, I'm just slowly turning my away. Right. Like I said, this is absolutely terrible.
It is terrible.
And I've personally witnessed 2 arms clean break at training. Like, I've actually watched it and I'm like, oh fuck, and they get up and it's like that, broken straight through. It's horrible, you know?
And I think reckon the bigger your muscles are, the easier it is to swing.
Yeah. If it doesn't break the bone, it'll definitely tear the bicep off the bicep insertion point. I learned something today. I can go home now. Okay, so one you think about, so double kick them in the face, lasso, toes up high, pull it in, kick again, let them pass the guard. As I pass the guard, come through, I like to cup nice and deep. Cup over, when you're ready, double it up. And it doesn't look like much at all. Like, even if I'm quite flexible through my hips, so I can actually like get this nice and deep. But even if it's just here, it's still horrible. Okay, so concept one more time. From here, so get your distance, over the top, kick them in the face. Over the top, kick them in the face, bring it up nice and high. Transfer first, because if I pull in first, I can't transfer. Go back one step, please. So if I pull in first, I can't transfer my leg because it closes, yes. Right, so transfer, then pull in, come under, cup, triangle, slow squeeze. Bicep slicer, 1, 2, 3. Do this super light.
And then they'll do it.
Different reaction, okay. So it's again, we're playing and get the controls, kick it, yes you can. Kick them in the face from here, come under, grab a leg. Okay, you ready? No.
What is happening?
So, kick, lasso, leg and hand. Leg and hand, so they can't step. Okay, cross, put my feet down and kick. One more time.
Home dreaming. I wake up in the morning and go, oh,
That's
thing
right.
is the whole night.
1, 2. Now that is what I use to create the space. Got it? Hold. Cross it so I've got momentum. So we're in exactly the same spot but dead underneath. Slowly drop my feet down and kick. Pop, roll, pull the arm. So from here, I do like the wrist lock, but on the arm bar, instead of taking the arm to the valley where there's a lot of space, I take the arm over the leg. Because here, like I'm not going to, but there's too much space. So I do is, because I've got the triangle, I take it over my leg and I break it over the leg. This is also like, if Mel does try to roll out, because my legs are flared, the shoulders kind of rock and it's really hard to roll out. And you know, obviously the wrist lock straight here as well if you want the wrist lock. But if you jump up back. So I'm ending up in this quite a flared position here. Could I sit just one more time? Okay, good. Grab your question. So it's exactly the same concept. They stand up, okay, distance manage, kick it here, and make sure it's high. Now, this is the hardest part, is this hold, and I've got to be able to use this leg to spin, right? And yeah, they'll stay a little bit. Now, chop down on it, and I'm holding legs so they can't counter step. That's the key. So as I chop down my knee, yeah, so they can't, and I'll use that to lift the leg up. I'll generally flare, and because the elbow's on the ground, I'm going straight to wrist lock. If they try and come up from here, right, yep, come up. Experiment, come. Straight into the bicep slicer. So like whether I fail the arm bar, they're going to come up, they actually come up straight into the bicep slicer. So as far as the sweep goes, I'll get the sweep points, they come up straight into the bicep slicer. Everything's good for me. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.